got notification, goal.
Yeah, no.
Look at that. Sausage roll. Not bad for a Saturday morning. You know, I've been a producer for about, I think I've been a DJ for at least 9 years now. Producer for most of them too, but I feel like I've only just started really with the quality that I've been getting up to. You know, and things have been popping off recently. For example, John Summit, who's probably one of the top DJs in my genre, has been playing my music out in front of thousands of people, like literally unbelievable. Been getting support elsewhere. And you know, I've got about 15 something unreleased tracks. Labels are interested in them. And I wanted to show more what goes into the process of that. Now, this episode should hopefully be a good one. Got quite a lot of stuff on at the moment, and today I'll be launching the next event under my Furzenights brand, which has been happening in Tooting at the Tram and Social. So I'm going to show hopefully some of the thinking that goes into that, some of the process, and how we try and get that right. And I'm also going to be shooting some B-roll, some footage that support the marketing of that and some of the social stuff that goes behind it. Yeah, so, but before that I'm just going to go to the gym. Let's get into it. Just finished up at the gym, and my gosh, I don't think I've been more self-aware of myself than that in such a long time. I go to a gym where basically half the people in there are all posting fitness content for TikTok, and now I've just joined them with my tripod. So I was really struggling to get any sort of like candid clips. Oh Jesus. On today's topic of sort of launching events, I wanted to say to like anyone who's thinking of putting on their own sort of music events, DJ events, you know, the main tip is if you think you want to do it, just go for it. For me, I think I've always had that desire to at least put my imprint out there, to give it a go. I sort of felt like I was blocked from doing it in other scenarios, like when I lived in Brighton, but since moving back to London, my gosh, it just literally came out of nowhere. It's growing quite organically, so if you've got that inkling, you know, put out the feelers and just see what you can do. So what actually goes into a launch day for an event? Now, my event brand is like on its third iteration, and it's the fourth or fifth event that I've done. So it's still relatively new, and most of it comes down to sort of, you won't hit the sort of launch that some of these big brands are capable of unless you're trying to put on an event like those big brands. So if you've got your big headliner coming in, your launch days will be much bigger than the ones that I'm going for. But for our event, most of the time it's about making sure we're getting buy-in from our social networks and sort of, you know, making sure we're getting the reach we need on social media and sort of trying to build some awareness in that sort of pre-launch, which I've been doing with the Instagram page. So right now we literally base everything off Instagram. It's just mostly me that runs social media, but it's a couple of us, and it's not easy, but we have managed to get some like really crazy growth on Instagram. So with this event, and given we've also grown our mailing list to a decent number for where we were sending out emails, so most of our pre-launch goes into building a little bit of buzz for people to sign up. So, and anyone who did sign up to this one, they would have got an email yesterday, which was on Friday, which would give them a crazy discount for signing up. I think tickets were £2, which in London is unheard of. You know, and that's sort of a reward for anyone who's sort of like our early adopters in sort of making sure they come along to the event. And we do this, we're about 4 weeks out. We don't normally launch this early. Launching, you know, when I used to work in sort of more commercial nights, when I was a promoter and I'd sell tickets and whatnot, like the brands would probably launch their events with like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, sort of catch that wave, make sure people know that you're setting up. But we've got 2 more events in sharp succession for this one, so we're trying to get some buy-in early before launching the next events. So really it takes down to a little bit of planning on what you're trying to achieve. This one I really wanted to have a pre-release like for the first time and make people aware there's a pre-release. We've got all the social media content ready to go, so obviously you need to have a good poster, you need to have your lineups, you need to have everything lined up. We've got this sort of social pages for the venue to stand up as well, and we're giving it a go, a weekend release. We've tried all different days and it's a lot harder to secure people, but you know, the weekend release, basically people are in a good mood, they're a bit more freer, they might consider making plans, they feel a bit more optimistic about their plans rather than catching them on like a Monday or Tuesday. So that's something else to keep in mind, is what date you launch, what your lead-in time is, and what you're trying to achieve, what kind of event you're running. You know, my event has 2 DJs on it. Like, well, we're basically friends, but we're small DJs, so it's not a headline name. So most of the commitment comes from us pushing it out to our friends through our socials, and then just making sure the incentives are right. You see yourself?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Good goal. Oh.
Yeah, not yet, filmmaker.
He's not calling it. I've just got a notification, goal.
Did you actually?
No. Of course I didn't, you're watching it live. What are you saying? March 30th, yeah? Hey.
I'm not ready. I don't want to do it right now.
Roll the cat, roll the tape.
I'm too hungry, go away.
No, you were saying something about the event.
I said, are you both coming to March 30th?
Yes. Yes.
We've got no fans. Wilson Raider, that classic.
Wow. They'll be there. He'll be there.
Why is a rising star in the game?
Come on.
Up the Revlow. Up the Revlow.
Is it UK in his Instagram?
Wherever he means. Listen to this man.
Listen to me. Revlow is the next biggest thing in music, right? Oh, I look so beautiful.
Damn, we look so cute.
Yeah, all the boys. Of all the toys.
Right, I'm the boys. I can get it.
Boys in town. Girls in town. Girls in the pub.
Girls night out.
Boys in the pub. Alright, mate, you coming to our event on March 5th?
Yeah. So, our event went up this evening.
Our event
4 p.m.
went up this evening. This afternoon.
4 p.m. Not really an evening.
This afternoon.
I was out for the evening. That's what I mean.
And
How's that for
basically,
you?
you look
That's
at
what
us
I
all
mean.
the launch these events. And basically, you look at us all the launch these events.
It's so
I
hard
find
with
it
social media.
at
Like,
least with just one post.
it's so hard with social
well,
media.
we made
At
an
least with just
announcement,
one post.
Well, we've
No
made
one
an
cares.
announcement.
No one gives a
Really,
fuck.
like, the launch strategy for a
No one
small-
cares.
Really, like the launch strategy for a small event.
Yeah,
now
you
is like you
launched.
just have to
That
keep
doesn't
hammering
matter.
it. So like,
Going back,
yeah,
saying
you
another
launched.
thing, saying another
That doesn't matter. You have to
It's
keep
not really
going
a
back.
big launch,
Say
is
another
it?
thing. Say another thing.
No.
It's not really a big launch, is there?
Just
No.
keep. You have to
No.
keep being persistent with your message. So
Just
like,
keep.
yeah,
You have to
we did all
keep
the
being
pre-release
persistent
stuff.
with your message. So
now
like,
it's launched.
now
Now
we
we
did
did
all the post-release stuff. Now it's launched. Now we got to do the post-release. There isn't really that big hype moment. We just got to hope that the
Release the results.
consistency.
Anything else you want to add to that?
No,
Release the results.
back.
Anything else you want to add to that? Yes.
No, back.
Doesn't matter on YouTube. Who makes the cut? Yes.
Look
If this is going on YouTube, who makes the cut?
I don't know when it gets put.
Look on the
actually.
details wherever.
Down there. I don't know when it gets put actually.
Down there.